Well, we got a small channel update here. I'm going to try to make it quick. Not a whole lot of business on the old agenda tonight, but first and foremost, a person / group of people came up and asked me to fill in for one of the regulars for a podcast, and so I did that. I'm going to give you a link to the website. It's gamerscastpodcast.com. I'm fairly sure. Let's open up. Yep, gamerscastpodcast.com. There we go. Figured. And I'll also leave a direct link to the podcast itself. But you can go to that site and check it out. Don't know if I'm going to be filling in permanently, or if it was just, a one-time deal. I would assume it would be more fill-ins as needed, but don't know if I would be a regular on that or not. But anyway, you can go and listen to that. Talk about mostly E3 and just random game stuff in general. It's about an hour and 20 minutes, and it's on iTunes. So for the people that were complaining that I didn't upload my own onto iTunes, this one actually is, because they do it a lot more often than I would. So they're pretty much running the show, and I am just on it to provide backup commentary as needed. Funny thing about that is that it's supposed to be like a 4 or 5 man show, and one of the guys had problems with his computer and his mic for a little bit, so we actually were going to cancel it because it was just me and the one guy who asked me to come on. And eventually the one guy got all of his stuff in working order, and then the 2 other people randomly showed up, which was kind of funny. So it went from 2 people to like 5 or 6 people in the end. It was actually really random. So hour and 20-minute podcast, mostly about the happenings of E3. Is up at that website and that direct link that hopefully I left in the channel description. Also, I'm doing another open lobby right now. It's only going to be about an hour, so it's not going to be a marathon one. The one last night actually went down because it's storming in my area, and my internet kept flickering, so I was just like, forget it. It knocked me off. There's still storms in the area. They seem to have passed by for now, so I'm going to see if I can at least get an hour out. So for anyone who was in that lobby last night, I'm sorry that it ended so abruptly, but that is because of said storms. I tried to make a post on my Facebook and my channel comments to let anyone know. I don't know if anyone actually got the message, but I did make an attempt to let people know that is or was the problem. So right now there's going to be an open lobby up. The rules are still the same. You can't use launchable explosives if you're going to use scavenger or OMA with them, because if I see that, then you might get the boot. Also, please do not invite people in. If you're sitting in the lobby and you're trying and fill it up, don't do that, because that will screw up anyone that I've already invited. I'm trying to keep it 7-on-7. Also, if you're just sitting in the lobby, please don't invite one of your friends to get in because you want them in, because there was a little bit of an issue with that last night towards the end, that people kept inviting other people. It eventually got up to like 8-on-8, I'm pretty sure, because a couple extra people got invited in, which try to keep it 7-on-7 for a reason, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it's not a big deal, but if extra people are invited in, then someone's going to be getting the boot. So it's kind of how it's got to work out. I'm sorry. But please just follow those rules. Launchable explosives are no. I'm getting rid of MLC altogether, unless we play Capture the Flag. That is the only time ML anything is going to be acceptable. Or if you aren't using a knife. If you don't knife people, I don't care. Like, the occasional knife using Marathon Lightweight, fine. But if you're busting out a tack knife, just running around knifing people, it annoys the shit out of me, and I'm going to keep that out of the spectator stuff, or if I decide to jump in, which is what I had to do last night to fill in the gap that someone had left because an extra person got invited in from someone randomly joining. But let's please try to keep that on a low mark. Like, if we're playing anything, whatever. I mean, just don't run around knifing people. It's fucking annoying at this point. Like, at first it was like, oh, cool, you can knife, and then it's like, oh, great, you can knife, like, everything, just running around being a douche. It's really annoying, especially with the host lag and stuff. Also, I think it was kind of laggy last night. That was because of that whole storm internet thing. My internet's kind of crappy lately, so I apologize for that last night. And if there's any tonight, I apologize for that. Like, I'm having storms in my area, so just trying to get this stuff, have a couple more of these than none. So that's a problem. I'm sorry. But either way, open lobby is going on right now. Send me an invite or just jump in. You should be able to join me if you can. Just join automatically. That, or you can send me a message. There's only going to be 14 people getting in because it's going to be 7-on-7. So I got quite a number of messages last night. Unfortunately, the room does fill up fairly quick. So just try and get in. If you can't, better luck next time. That's pretty much all I got. Go check out that podcast. Go to that website. Go check out the podcast, all that fun stuff. I actually do have an email address at that website. I'm pretty sure it's Seamus at gamerscastpodcast.com. I'm pretty sure that's it. Could be wrong though, so I'll leave that. If you're gonna email me there, make it podcast specific. I don't want to see like 80 billion emails about, are you gonna do Halo Reach? Because I've done every other Halo game except for like one. Come on, figure it out. Like the only one that I haven't done is Halo Wars, which I'm not an RTS guy, so figure it out. I've done 3 out of the 4 Halo games, and all 3 of them were FPSs. So there's going to be a 5th one coming out, unless I'm missing a Halo somewhere. I've done 1, 2, 3. I've actually done 4. Sorry, I've done 4 if you count ODST. And so come on, figure it out. Use your logic. Is he going to do it? I don't know. He's done the other 4 ones that were fucking FPS shooters in the Halo universe. So figure it out. Come on, there you go. You figured it out yet? No. Maybe you should leave some comments about it. Maybe you should discuss with your fellow commenters, commentees, whatever, and figure it out. How about that? No, yeah. Oh, you got it. Okay, that's good. I'm glad you finally figured it out. All right. Anyway, podcast and open lobby going on right now.